Hope returned to Pierce Park in Appleton tonight. It's the sixth time organizers have held the walk, helping to celebrate those in recovery, remember those who were lost too soon. Bev Kelly Miller is the co-organizer for the event. She says it's important to let those struggling with addiction know that it's not necessarily their fault, as some people are genetically predisposed and may have stronger reactions to drugs or alcohol.
So these people are redeemable. It's genetics and it's also environmental. So if you have that genetic propensity, there are 89 genes associated with substance use disorder, and the very first time you use any substance, you begin to turn on your genes.
More than 1,700 people in the state of Wisconsin lost their battle with addiction in 2022. Organizers hope by helping to destigmatize the issue and give support to those who need it, more people will find the strength to enter recovery. With just